These are some of the things that have been going through my mind in this whole process of just like rebuilding. I really feel like rebuilding my whole life, which is, there's some like part in there where it almost feels like, am I embarrassed? What's going on? And then we start hearing stories out there, and this is why the power of your testimony is so strong. These stories where I hear people, for example, business leaders where they built multiple businesses, then they lost, but then they built something even better, and then like 20 years later, look at them now, right? And some of these stories that will forever change me to help me just stay grounded, but also things that I've been thinking when I remember when I first went to my wife and I was laying in bed and I just like, I've lost everything. What we've been working towards, everything, like we don't have anything anymore. That was probably one of the hardest decisions, or not decisions, sorry, the hardest conversation I've had. And that moment of defeat, there was still hope. But the next morning, I woke up, and I'll be honest, I woke up just, my world was like crushed, like, do I have the strength? I was looking at jobs, I was looking for jobs, and I was thinking, like, I can't do that. I'm thinking, man, like, I'm looking at the hourly rates and commission rates, I'm like, oh, this sucks. How do I go from what I was doing to going back to that and doing what we feel God called us to do? I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to do the hard thing. I'm gonna have to keep going through it. And there was that split moment where I thought, just throw in the towel, go get that job. Or heck, is your life even worth living, right? Will your family be better off without you? Now I say a split second because those thoughts came in. This is why it's so important to stay grounded in Jesus Christ, because as soon as it came in, I realized what was really happening. And pretty much I started laughing. Probably sounded a little crazy, but I'm like, not today, Satan. Like, you're not going to corrupt my mind in placing doubt in there, because the goodness of God and what he's going to do in my life is going to reflect him, not you. And even though it's a challenge, and it was a very challenging situation, I chose to abide in God and him guide me every step of the way. And it almost feels weird because I feel like there's doors opening up for me right now that I can't really explain. Because even though I feel like I'm working my butt off, I feel like there's moments where I'm not working and things are just happening. And I think it's really important because even when you're in the rebuilding phase of your life, or just maybe a transition period, it is scary, but you could either choose fear or you could choose the Word of God. And these are things that are going to be their opposing forces. And it's like a battle in your mind. You have to choose who's going to win. It's not easy. It's definitely hard. I struggle with this time to time. I think last night I was like half awake. And for something, I felt so oppressed by my thoughts, and my fears were coming up and creeping up. And, in the morning, I went to this little sanctuary, just took some time, spent time with the Lord, and I had this feeling of just excitement of like, wow, God, what you're going to do in my life, right? So you're going to have that battle, right? It's an emotional roller coaster, but the truth is you have to have a strong foundation, because if I know if I don't do that, the enemy will win. I got to be prepared for battle and strengthen myself every single day to go out there and get it. So guys, stay strong, stay just steadfast. You can do it. And if you follow this page, you're gonna see me build something 10 times what we built in the past. So if you want to see that journey, follow along. If you're like, man, we just want to see this guy fail, follow along. You're going to see the goodness of God and what he does. So yeah, guys, take care.